Amidst his busy schedule and the constant spotlight, Kim Taehyung finally revealed a side of himself rarely seen in public. In a moment of genuine honesty, he shared his innermost thoughts about the pressures, doubts, and fatigue he'd been keeping to himself. With a trembling voice and teary eyes, Taehyung admitted that while he often appears calm and happy in front of the camera, there are times when he feels lonely and burdened by expectations. "I sometimes feel I'm not good enough, but I keep trying," he said softly. Fans immediately flooded social media with endless expressions of support and love, but the most touching response was from the youngest member, Jungkook. In a short video message that was later widely shared, Jungkook said in a calm yet emotional voice, "Hyung, you're never alone. We all see how hard you fight. Never question yourself. Because to us and to ARMY, you're always extraordinary." Those simple words brought tears to many fans' eyes. This heartfelt interaction between the two BTS members once again reminded the world that behind the ranks and the glitz of the stage, they are still human beings with feelings, struggles, and deep love for one another. ARMY members also sent messages of support for Taehyung. This moment wasn't just about sadness, it was about strength, brotherhood, and the unconditional love of the family they've built themselves. BTS and ARMY. After Taehyung's confession, the ARMY community transformed into a sea of support and love. Thousands of messages poured in from all over the world in various languages, all saying the same thing: "You are not alone, Taehyung." Some fans even shared personal stories about how Taehyung had saved them from difficult times through his warm smile, his music, and the sincerity that always shone through in his every step. One fan wrote, "You may not know it, but your presence in this world has changed my life. Now, let us strengthen you, just as you have strengthened us." Meanwhile, Jungkook didn't just send messages, he also demonstrated his support. In a live broadcast a few days after Taehyung's confession, Jungkook was seen slipping in the line, "Hyung is one of the strongest people I know, but even the strongest need a hug. So, whenever you need me, I'm here." The sentence was simple, but its impact was extraordinary. Fans were moved to tears. Many reported feeling a palpable, emotional closeness as if they weren't just watching their idol, but watching human beings caring for and loving one another, without masks, without distance. Shortly after, Taehyung reappeared with a calmer smile. In a social media post, he shared a photo of the sunset sky with the caption, "I read it all. Thank you for making me feel enough." This moment serves as a powerful reminder to us all that even those who seem the strongest have dark days. And in a world that often demands perfection, honesty is the highest form of courage. Taehyung has shared his vulnerable side, and Jungkook has shown that true love comes in the form of quiet yet firm support. For ARMY, this isn't just about their two idols, it's a life lesson about the importance of listening to each other, about the power of one simple phrase, "You are not alone." After the storm of emotions slowly subsided, what remained was warmth and unspoken yet deeply felt connection between Taehyung, Jungkook, and ARMYs worldwide. Many observers and media outlets began to speak out. They called this moment one of the most tangible examples of human connection in an entertainment industry that often feels cold and scripted. They argued that behind all of BTS's great achievements, what made them beloved wasn't just their music and magnificent stage performances, but also their courage to show up as human beings with their wounds, fears, and genuine love for one another. Meanwhile, the other members also began to show their support. Namjoon, in a brief interview, stated, "Sometimes we need time to be honest with ourselves. I'm proud of Taehyung for having the courage to do so, and I know Jungkook always has a deep heart." Jin, who was currently serving in the military, even sent a short letter through staff, expressing his pride and missing their time together. "Don't be too hard on yourself. We'll see each other again soon," he wrote, which also moved fans to tears. J-Hope and Suga also followed suit, each posting throwback photos of themselves with Taehyung and Jungkook. accompanied by captions filled with nostalgia and love. The hashtag Forever7 continues to resonate, reinforcing the belief that BTS is more than just a band, they are a family. The following days were calmer, but never the same. Many fans said they learned something important from this moment, that voicing concerns isn't weakness, but strength, that showing tears isn't a sign of giving up, but a sign of growth, and that even the smallest message like the one Jungkook sent can save someone from an invisible depression. Taehyung, in one of his most recent updates on Weverse, wrote a simple yet meaningful sentence. "Thank you for loving me, even when I find it hard to love myself. To the world, they are global stars, but to each other and to ARMY, they are a light in the darkness, a friend in the silence and a home to always turn to. And in a world often too loud to hear." Taehyung's honesty and Jungkook's genuine love have taught us one thing. Sometimes the greatest courage is saying, "I'm not okay," and finding that people still hold us even tighter than before. It didn't take long for the story to transcend fandom boundaries. International media outlets began reporting on Taehyung's honesty and Jungkook's sincere support. Articles titled "BTS's V Gets Real About His Struggles" or "Jungkook's Words That Moved the World" began appearing on various media platforms from South Korea to America, Europe, and the Middle East. It wasn't just written material. Fans began creating tribute videos, emotional edits, fan art, and even cover songs, all with the message, "To Taehyung, thank you for sharing the burden. Now let us help carry it with you." Hashtags like #YouAreen hashtag with you Jungkook, and hashtag thank you BTS continue to trend in various countries for days. Even major fan sites created digital and offline banners that were placed at major stations like Shibuya, Times Square, and Seoul Station. What happened between Taehyung and Jungkook has reinforced what many have long believed. BTS isn't just a band, they're a symbol of honesty, courage, and compassion. This moment has become a pivotal point in BTS's narrative, not because they released a new song or broke a record, but because they dared to be real. Taehyung showed that even men with millions of fans can feel vulnerable. Jungkook showed that sometimes love doesn't need to be grand, just being present and speaking from the heart. And ARMY, they've shown that this fandom isn't just a group of fans, but a community that supports each other when the world feels overwhelming. A few weeks after the incident, at a special mini-concert broadcast online, Taehyung stood on stage, dressed simply, surrounded by dim lights. He smiled, this time more serene, more peaceful. Jungkook, who was sitting beside her, simply turned and patted her shoulder. He didn't say much, but the world knew. Their relationship and their bond with ARMY had grown stronger than ever. And for all who witnessed it, this moment will be remembered not for the tears that fell, but for the hope that blossomed within them.